All right. Mm, Um, I don't know, but uh, well, we did all the set dressing already. As long as everyone's beats are ready to go, let's jump in and try to move this plot forward a little.
All right.
Um, you just gonna start engaging reckless abandon with drinks, drugs, or sex. Slay a beast that's at least 5 times your size.
God.
Luvicis are meet and learn from an emissary of the heart. Undergo a trance-like vision that lasts for hours. Convert an NPC to your order's cause, major, and then repair something physical that someone needs, minor. All right. I got all that in mind. Does anybody have anything they want to do before we move back to one of our landmarks?
Uh, no, I'm good. I just kind of assumed we were heading back to Castletown to regroup and
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll
maybe
have some side quests to turn. You have your quests to turn in for some video game parlance there.
might be able to do some recovery.
Yeah, because yeah, I figure some of y'all are maybe more worse for wear, some ongoing fallout, some stress and whatnot.
You can you combine resources to increase the die size? For example, if I wanted to trade I don't have a D8 resource. Could I trade two D6 resources?
Yeah, think so.
I know that with like Fallouts, they can do that as well.
Yeah, you either combine or you split.
Because I would like to. Well, yeah. So that's the unfortunate thing. I can either do that, or I can just get rid of my losing access to kill is pretty scary.
Most sellers will ever get using buying and selling. Oh, that's buying and selling resources. We're talking about healing,
Yeah.
or
So need to go to a haunt and trade a resource. It costs a D6 resource to remove minor fallout and a D8 resource to downgrade a major fallout to minor.
yeah, combat. I mean, I have no issues with being able to combine. I think that makes sense, right? Like, I don't see any language that specifically calls this out, but like that would be pretty bull if you had to, if you couldn't combine. I just don't know, like, the
I guess the only thing is I am unsure how to get access to a more valuable resource.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Where is buying and trading? Maybe that will.
It's just Fallout. Um, fonts.
It's also something you could like make something be like a D8 and then we'd have to work to get it. Totally reasonable. Like if it's guarded or valuable.
Upgrading. When you use a haunt, make a mark next to it. When a haunt has 6 mark, oh no, that's upgrading the haunt itself. If you're when you access a haven's haunt, you have to pay for their services. The most common ways to trade. You can exchange resources to access an equivalent dice worth of resh up to the dice size listed next to the haunt.
It looks like I can mark stress to make a purchase. So like I could mark 8 supply stress to acquire a D8 resource. I'm looking at buying and selling. To buy items, the GM decides on the cost involved. D4 for minor, D8 for moderate, D12 for blah.
Oh yeah, if you don't have resources trade, yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't see how you couldn't trade 2 resources though.
Like I think I want to avoid that just because I
Yeah.
would be stuck with 2 minor fallouts then.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I'm pulling up the character sheets. Okay. So I guess yeah, we're back. Let's move the player. Let's move the characters back to Castletown. Um, excuse me. Sounds like we're already talking about the Penitent Incarnadine. What fallouts do you have right now? You have spitting teeth and critical injury, both blood. So the haunts that you can go to here for blood, you have Dr. Glorious Bonaparte.
Yep.
I know that Pluvici was also planning to go there for a side thing, for trading in the butcher entrails, perhaps. So I forget what we had said. I think they were going to make a potion for you. What was your goal with that? You Dr. Bonaparte is a like medical doctor and like pharmacist, pharmacult apothecary. So can make minor, but not as good of a apothecary as a doctor. So you can get D4 mind, which is the apothecary stuff, or D8 blood at Dr. Glorious Bonaparte. So I don't think so. I think it was just. I guess we can let's roll. You know what? Let's role play it. Let's role play it. If you choose to go trade in, if Dr. Glorious Bonaparte wanted butcher entrails.
Do you want the Penitent Incarnadine in your debt?
Yeah. You know what? I would say that trading in the butcher entrails, which were a D6, D6, yeah, a D6. You can on you don't need to trade that exclusively for helping the Penitent Incarnadine heal, but let's say that
if you could get the Incarnadine a discount, I could clear both of my bullshit and then I would.
Yeah, I was gonna say it comes as a discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say it's a D4 from a D4 to clear a minor and a D6 to downgrade major while you're here.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Even better than
So I guess let's role play this. Are all 3 of you going to the doctor? What's Silt up to? Just to kind of
Silt either needs to clear everything or nothing, right?
Yeah. So right now I'm at a perfect equilibrium where I'm technically perfectly fine. But if I clear either of my fallouts, then I have to clear both of them.
Well, they're both minor, which is lucky.
However, I do have a bit of fortune stress, so I think when Silt gets back to town, we're gonna visit the decrepit temple.
Okay, cool. Well, why don't we do the ones going to the doctor first?
Actually, I also have a question.
Shoot.
I see here that there are resources listed in the Castletown landmark.
Mm-hmm.
Are those resources that we know where they are, or that we know they exist but still need to be found?
So you can so the black candles have already been attempted to be acquired by, or the black candles have already been acquired, so you can't get any more of those.
Okay.
They've already been grabbed by Pluvici. The dusty old tomes are in the decrepit temple. You do have to roll something to get them, but they are there. And the very pretty stained glass shard bag is also in the decrepit temple. Also, you need to roll to get them.
Okay. Could you edit the landmark and can you strike through the text on number 4?
Yes, absolutely.
What about Zwolf? Legendary
Zwolf? That is a Zwolf. You have that one is much harder to get. And I have some I have a little bit of introduction after the doctor scene. Because I imagine that like with the penitent Incarnadine is like, I need to go to a doctor like very quickly because you're in real bad shape.
Yeah.
But when you get back to Castletown, things appear to be pretty. There seems to have been some shakeup in the order since you left a couple days ago. It's not clear what's been going on from like just the street, but Dr. Glorious Bonaparte's there. Taking patients is not gonna it's you're not gonna have any trouble getting your healing in. And yeah, but yeah, there's like stuff going on in the streets right now. Not violent, but just like there's a lot of action that wasn't going on. Excuse me.
Does it look as if does it look just like the town has like become more bustling and active, or does it look like something specifically is happening?
Something specifically is happening. Most people are congregating around the castle itself. Whereas most of the time, the bustling is just sort of like in the town area. Like people go to the castle to excavate and try to find goods and like rare treasures and stuff. But like most people are going towards the castle. Or why don't you roll while you're walking by to get somebody roll somebody, whether you try to just listen, whether you ask someone directly. I mean, if you just ask someone directly, you'll probably find out without rolling, but hey,
anyone have discern?
I don't think so. A compel could work. A haven roll would work just as well. Yeah. They what? What do you? They swat away a couple bees. That are just. I imagine. What do you mean? They that weapon, that sword. They found it, but it's stuck. Everybody's trying to get to it. Everybody's trying to get it out.
Out of what?
Out of the stone. Where have you been? This is
elbow deep in a butcher.
Ugh. Get away from. Ew. No. Do you have. No. That person, like, just starts walking away.
No fucking appreciation for people who keep the fucking streets safe in this place.
Monster hunting's dirty work.
Yeah, it's sure it's dirty work, but also like objectively speaking, we saved potentially dozens of lives.
It's true, but most people are very suspicious, and it is pretty easy to like be cursed to get the butcher curse. You just have to ingest some of it, like the meat. So it's more like they're like, "Oh God, you guys might be infected. Get the fuck away from me." Is the vibe you get?
Oh yeah, because I'm a fucking clown ass motherfucker who's gonna eat butcher meat.
Could have been force fed.
Could have had your mouth open when you were ripping it apart.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like exactly. It's not
Sure.
personal. It's just like, oh God, you
Could
should
have.
go to the doctor.
Silt did give the butcher a big wet kiss before the fight.
Yeah, just big open mouth. That kissing meme where it's just like the people are just eating each other's faces.
Fucking gross.
Blech. But yeah, so it sounds like there's something going on with that big ass sword.
Well, if we're walking past a sword in the stone that's allegedly legendary, I feel like I am required to at least try. I'm fine.
Not so much of a line, but a crowd around the steps up to like the what remains of the castle's like courtyard.
All right, excuse me, everybody, please get out of my way. I move, please move.
um
uh Incarnadine coughs and coughs up a little bit of blood, spits out a
And
tooth.
tease fucking.
This one has other priorities.
Pluvici, are you gonna try to okay. So you're just like finding a place where you can still see Silt and just see what's going on. All right, all right. Well, Silt, there's um when you get to the what's it called? The courtyard. There is just this massive stone slab that looks like it has been just kind of ripped from the earth. It seems that they did find the sword. Some treasure hunters did, but they weren't able to pull it out of the stone that it was stuck in. And it's not even really it's more like a petrified tree, which I learned recently is actually just rock. Like it's a fossil of a tree,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
like
It is permineralized wood.
yeah, it's stuck into a it is on closer inspection. The closer you get, you realize it is a massive stump that is a petrified wooden stump. That this sword is just kind of sticking out of at an angle. It is a great sword. Think like Guts great sword kind of shit.
It's the Buster Sword.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it's the Buster Sword, basically. And there's a sort of a line, sort of just a cluster of people that are that have been clearly trying to pull this thing out for a long time. And like big, strong, people like mages, like people of all different walks of life have been trying to pull this out with either brute force or intuition or whatever. And you roll up, and how do you try to you take it from here?
I think Silt, all fucking 5'4" of her, uh walks up to this sword, kind of looks at where the blade and the petrified wood meet, walks around it, studying it for a moment. Uh,
Hey,
uh,
what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? It's somebody who recognizes you from town. Silt, what are you doing?
uh,
There's
I
like,
think I think I'm gonna be a hero is what I'm doing. And then
uh,
Silt
what?
puts her hand on the like the hilt of the sword and says, "For the good of all," and pulls.
Um, what are you? Let me pull up Silt's. You're what are you gonna roll?
I think this is just Haven.
Yeah,
I
this would maybe be like an endure.
I don't have endure.
Um,
I
Gemini,
like
what resources? You have butcher's antlers and a camping kit. You have plenty of. All right, yeah. Roll. Standard. Um, Standard Haven, I guess.
let's go. That's a 9.
That is a 9.
I mean, you can make any with I mean,
As you pull, Silt, the rest of the world around you fades away, and you are in a grassy field on a foggy morning. In front of you stands uh, a warrior clad in ancient, like, battle garb. I'm thinking. Hang on. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Like, copy link. I'm gonna drop an image in. Copy image. Wait, not
The
horrible.
first thing I imagined was the hero spirit from Twilight Princess.
Yeah, like
yeah,
it's. I'm
that's
going
what
for
I was
those
thinking.
vibes, but not armor. This is uh, I know the armor that I'm thinking of. It's all squashed, but it'll work. It's like more like barbarian armor. This is the Nephili Luz armor from Elden Ring. Like furs and ropes and like like we're talking like barbarian type shit. Um, and you have all of your equipment, and it just stares at you.
Does it have the sword or do I have the sword?
It has the sword. It is wielding the sword. Um, yeah, held on
Uh,
its shoulder.
so this is a test then.
You are not the one true ruler.
That checks out.
Silt just kisses everybody.
You should. Uh,
And this, well, this thing isn't necessary. This thing is not a beast either for your beat for what it's worth.
that's fair. I think.
What ownership do you claim over Zwolf?
I mean, it's hard to rule over a castle that's fallen. And frankly speaking, I think that sword would do a lot more good in my hands than anyone else's.
This warrior kind of like looks at the blade and then looks back at you. You lack the strength.
My dude, I am a literal dog of war. All I have is strength.
Trying to think of a good line. Hang on. Then show me what is worse, your bark or your bite. And it swings the sword in like a threatening manner, and the combat music starts. um, health bar appears on the bottom. The cutscene's over. Um, do you want to roll some combat, or do you want to
What appears to be happening to Silt as Silt is grabbing the sword for us?
just pulling on it. Just like what it will become readily apparent that this is happening in like pocket time for Silt. Like as soon as Silt either fails or completes the goal, then sorry,
No, you can. I don't want to take time away from Silt's little boss encounter. Can I just spend some resources to heal?
yeah, of course. Yeah, let's I need to find the character sheet. So yeah, let's do some busy work with the resource spending.
I'll just do it in text so we can focus on this cutscene.
Sure.
Yeah, I think when he starts to swing his sword, Silt is just gonna go for a gut shot with the Black Spire big game rifle.
Nice. Very cool. Let me where the hell is this character? Not like stat block. What the fuck? Where did it go? Sorry. um okay, cool. So this thing is Let me look at the domains. I need to close some stuff. No. This is cursed and religion. Those are the two domains this thing has.
Okay.
And yeah,
Well, I don't have curse and religion domain.
bummer.
Am I still technically in a haven currently?
Not in this little pocket dimension, no.
Is the
You're maybe in wild, I suppose.
I don't have wild either. So it looks like this is just going to be kill, just base D10 and then kill.
Seems like it.
Is it standard, risky?
It is standard right now, yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's fucking go, I guess.
Success, take no stress. Cool. Roll that gut shot.
Gut shot. And then this is the Blackspire Big Game Rifle, which is a D8, but I'm still suffering blood loss or ongoing blood fallout, so it becomes a D10, and it's brutal, so I get to roll twice and take the higher number.
Damn.
Which is a 10. He takes 10.
Damn. All right. Well, it has 2 protections, so it'll take 8. And it staggers back. You count. The shot hits true. You see there's just like a bloody mess of a wound in its belly. It is not all that phased from this. Like it is still moving with incredible speed and strength. I think yeah, but you knocked it aside. You knocked it back, interrupting its charge at you for the time being. How do you like reposition and take another what do you do to like reposition and get ready to make another shot? You have maybe like a moment before it's back on top of you swinging this sword, like to basically cut you in half.
I drop the gun, pull my knife, and get inside its reach so that it can't bring the full weight of the sword to bear.
Ah, smart.
And I give it the South London special. I just start stabbing.
Damn. All right. Yeah. Same. Although this is actually risky now. It as it gets more bloodied, the rolls will become harder and harder.
That's fair. Okay, risky. Roll.
Oof.
Fail. Take stress.
All right. Well, yeah, you get in close, and I think that it just grabs you like around like the waist, like squeezing your stomach right in the same place that you shot it. And it like just squeezes and squeezes and squeezes. Take a D12 blood stress.
I am going to invoke in the thick of it and make this fortune stress.
Okay. So D12 fortune stress.
5.
All right, you take 5 fortune stress. Let's do a fallout check.
So that puts me to 9 fortune.
So how does this transfer from blood into fortune?
I think what happens is this guy goes to like squeeze silt, and the oiled, the like kind of oiled leather of her sergeant's greatcoat, just lets her like go limp and just slip right out of his grasp.
Ooh, fancy.
But Fallout test. I take a minor fortune Fallout.
All right, let me pull up the Fortune Fallout section. So let me bookmark this page real quick. How do I do that in this PDF reader? Uh, bu- 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 bu-
Fallout. So minor fortune.
This is not letting me bookmark. That's interesting. 195. All right, I'll just remember that. Fallout. 505. Fortune Fallout. Do, 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 do. Damn M. I'm gonna give you the Fallout in trouble. You upset an important figure in this or a nearby haven. You have
Damn.
upset the, I guess, like mayor of the mayor of Castletown, or the de facto mayor. I don't know if there was an election, but
I knew I shouldn't have slept with that guy's wife.
uh, you want that to be what happened?
Yeah, sure.
I think that somebody was like you showing up, that person who was like, Silt, what are you doing? The mayor hears Silt and like turns, like I think like the mayor has been like trying to organize this, make it more official, make it less of like a chaotic environment, and the mayor hears your name and is like, just Pluvici, you just see this like rather stuffy looking figure. You've maybe met them before. I'll get you their name in a minute. Like turn towards Silt and like put a hand on her shoulder while she's fighting this ancient warrior. And we'll get to what happens next after we finish this combat encounter. All right. Silt, you slipped out. You managed to shirk off that physical damage. What do you do next?
I guess he grabbed me. I slipped. I dropped to the ground. I'm gonna pull the repeater pistol and just fucking like from where I am, crouched on the ground, just
spray.
Just spray up across his torso.
Nice.
And thanks to In the Thick of It, I suffered Fortune Fallout.
Oh, so you have mastery. Nice, dude.
So is this still risky?
Yep. Yeah, it is still risky. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Oh shit.
Another failure. Damn.
Another failure. All right. I see you, guy.
You're still a little too close for this giant sword to be all that effective to use to hurt you, so I think it just stomps on you. You're down below. Just yeah, take roll me another d12 and take that into blood.
All right. So
oof, 9 blood stress. I mean -4, right?
-4.
All right, so blood. So 5 blood stress. Roll me a Fallout check. No Fallout.
Clean.
Nice.
Well, I'm out of bullets.
Yeah, you got. I think you have one more shot in the Black Spire big game rifle, right?
I did say I dropped it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, you have the Nightmare Claws still too.
I figured that the Black Spire big game rifle would take both hands because
Yeah,
it's a fucking like
it's an elephant gun. It's
an elephant gun.
It's
It shoots a bullet the size of an energy drink can. It
pretty
shoots
much.
two
Yeah, it's
of them. So
shooting
Can't-
Red Bull cans at at the bad guys, basically. Yeah.
can't exactly hold the big game rifle and effectively knife fight at the same time. So yeah, no, I think the repeater pistol gets dropped as well, and the nightmare claws come out in one hand with the knife in the other, and we're gonna swipe
Nice.
at him with the nightmare claws.
Hell yeah.
Just like he like stomps on Silt, and Silt just fully takes it like on the back, and then just reaches up to fucking gouge out his fucking thigh with the claws.
Yeah, I love it.
Give me
Oof, these
something!
rolls, bro.
Give me something.
That's those risky rolls, my dude.
All right. Give me. Do I get
Um,
stomped on again? Like
No,
me?
I think with the foot still connected, I think what ends up happening is just grinds you into the dirt.
Silt fucking dies.
Um,
Good news. Silt only dies if I say she dies.
yeah, take
Otherwise, she just gets continuously more fucked up.
take
Another D12.
yeah, another D12 to blood.
All right. Woo! Only one this time.
Only one. Well, roll another Fallout. 6.
Jesus Christ! Hold on. There we go. 6 Fallout, and then Fallout test. No Fallout. We're still
Oof.
good.
Still getting it under the wire. All right.
However, Nightmare Claws are tiring, and I failed a roll, so they go from D12 to D10.
Yep.
Because fighting with these really aren't actually meant to be fought with.
Not yet, at least.
I guess I've got his foot on my back. Nightmare Claws again, this time aiming for like the tendons in his ankle.
All right. Let's see. This
Give me something, game.
That's all those dangerous rolls. Oh, you've gotten successes if it wasn't risky.
Oh my god. I'm fighting for my literal life here. Getting stepped on by a fucking.
Do you yield? It says, holding the sword. It like leans down and it is holding the sword like it is ready to chop your head off. Take a D12. I'm going to call this echo stress. Let's mix it up. This is more of like a personal, like it's like shaming you, I guess, in a like super. I don't know. It's I want to do something weird, you know.
Yeah. D12 echo.
Ugh, 9 echo
I got
stress.
no echo protection.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm falling out. I'm falling out. But let's see how bad it is.
Yeah. So the
minor.
Only minor. You clear that echo stress. All right. Let's look at the echo Fallout stuff. I think everyone around Silt starts noticing wounds appearing on her body from this fight. Fallout. Echo.
How out of character? How hurt is this thing?
Silt did half its hit points in one hit. And then has just been whiffing every roll since.
Oh yeah, and then the flaws are down to a D8 because I
Yeah.
fucked up another roll with them. I wonder if everybody who's touched the sword has done this, or if Silt is in fact special.
I'm gonna give you Bubos. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Bubos,
Your skin blisters and
Bubos.
bubbles. When you take blood stress, take an extra D4 as the boils split and burst.
Ow.
We're not gonna call this like blisters and bubbles. We're gonna call this like 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 uh scar like lacerations.
Laceration.
You have lacerations that can't quite heal enough to stop bleeding.
All right. And this is minor echo.
Ongoing.
Your skin laceration. Cracks and peels. When you take blood stress, take an extra D4.
Mm-hmm.
I think when the Incarnadine sees this happening, like sees like Silt's flesh begin to erupt with like boils and stuff, will push through the crowd and maybe put a hand on Silt's shoulder.
You are going up to the mayor is also already doing that. The mayor's name is, hang on, let me pull up my notes. Um bu- 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 It is Drorak. I'm gonna post it in the chat. They are a gnoll wearing rather like a well tailored outfit. Um and like they see the penitent Incarnadine, and do you have a reputation, right? Like,
Yeah, I
do
think
people
so.
know, especially from with like the mask and everything? It's very iconic.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Uh, You're you you know this wretch.
Um, I think the Incarnadine doesn't immediately answer. Does anything happen when a hand is placed on Silt's shoulder?
No, that's if you want something to happen, that's the wrong thing to place a hand on.
Um, I'm assuming Silt is kind of like it's. I'm imagining it's something similar. Like Silt is like almost like being like when you're electrified and like you're like stuck.
Yeah, and it's only been like it's maybe been like half a minute in the real world, whereas
Yeah.
for Silt it's been like at this point Silt each of those actions, let's say, has taken like 30 seconds to a minute each, to set up a shot, to like be dragged. You've been fighting for like a couple minutes now. But in the real world it's maybe been 30 seconds.
I have. There are two things I am considering doing. The first is a little cheesier. Um, this sword is stuck in a rock, right?
Yes, it's stuck in the petrified tree.
So part of me is like, what if I mend? I can fix something that's broken. What if I fix the petrified tree?
Huh. Doesn't
Uh,
it stop working immediately?
it only works once.
So I wonder if the sword would
I
only work
wasn't sure if
once.
that would force the sword out.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Um, and then like it
That
like
is
I don't know, and it would like shatter the wood to do so. Um, that doesn't
interesting.
normally require a roll, so I could see like if you wanted to make me roll to do that, we could work that out.
I don't want
Um,
to take this big fight scene away from Silt on just something like that, but let's.
well, Silt, how do you feel, Silt, about if if this was, I think having the spirit be like the sword taken without it being resolved could be very fun.
Yeah, I feel like that would do something.
I
Um,
mean, I'm I am Silt isn't gonna stop fighting until the fight is won.
Or you're like yanked from this dream sequence or whatever.
Yeah.
so
Uh
I think part of it is that
I as
if,
a player, however, am
mhm.
all down for you fucking with this
Try to cheese
sequence.
this thing.
So here's the thing. If the Incarnadine understood that this would be like robbing something from the, see, I'm torn. I feel like the Incarnadine sect can be either flavored as like thieves and loan sharks and stuff like that, or like, as like quote unquote fair arbiters of like
Like
balance.
brokers.
Yeah, and I
Like
view the Penitent Incarnadine generally more as the former. Although I think that there are a lot of Incarnadines would that taking things, is like
it's like
is totally
it's a
reason.
different like school of like Christianity. Like it's the
Sure.
equivalent of being like Catholic versus Christian. It's like a one, one interprets Incarnadine's will as like a more of a like a nefarious sort of like mobster loan shark kind of view, while the other is like, no, we are arbiters of debt. People are not
So on the
like
one
people.
hand, I'm unsure how the Incarnadine will react if like this is taken. Like I don't know how that situation is going to play out. I don't know if the Incarnadine is going to shift their perspective, if the perspective of the Incarnadine is going to shift from this. Um,
So what? Let me.
but
Okay. What's this? What's this? Gain the men's skill once per session. You can immediately fix something that's broken, but it only works once. I guess. What would you say is broken about this tree, this sword?
my imagination is that it would shatter
The tree would shatter, or the sword would shatter?
the tree
The tree.
because the
Hmm.
sword is
I guess the
ostensibly
tree
not.
does have a gash in it from the sword, right? Like,
That's what I'm thinking, right? Like
yeah,
the tree is like it would be mending whatever stuck the sword into the tree, and
right.
then that might force the sword out, but it would in turn destroy the.
Okay, I know. I think I know what to do if you two choose to go this route,
Okay.
and you don't need to roll for it.
Okay.
Would you like to know what that is before so that you choose
I
whether or
think
not to take the consequence?
so. I'm more interested in what's interesting narratively, because the other thing I was going to do was have the penitent Incarnadine lay a hand on the sword to try and get leverage, and then might also get sucked into the fight to help Silt.
Yeah, that's
Um,
also an option.
so I'm whatever it seems cooler narratively is more what I'm focused in. So I would like to know kind of what your idea is.
So, if you cheese this fight for Silt,
Mm-hmm.
I think that one or both of you will either get this fallout just from, I don't know, we're going to play loose fast and loose with the rules. But this fight is not over.
Sure.
And the ravening beast fallout is uh
Is that a fortune fallout or an echo
It is an
fallout?
echo fallout. Emerging from a patch of shadows, the ravening beast that has been hiding in your mind appears. It will attempt, or rather, I think what this would probably be is you would get the ravening call. This fallout has no effect, but it stays on your character and occasionally manifests as a broken staccato howl in the back of their mind. Should this fallout be upgraded, see the ravening beast below. I would have it be like the sharpening of a blade instead of a howl. Um, and basically, you would have this ancient warrior on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I mean, in your mind, and then it would, in theory, could in theory be upgraded to actually start manifesting in the real world and start chasing you like like some kind of unkillable Resident Evil monster.
Hey, does that sound cool as hell, Silt?
That sounds cool as hell.
It's like
Yeah.
we might be able to deal with it, even though it's going to become harder to deal with if it pops up at a bad time. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get cursed, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? And this is just another 3 blood protection. Thank you.
So I think that the penitent Incarnadine kind of ignores the mayor at the moment and like puts a hand on Silt and realizes that Silt is kind of like stuck in a trance or is like being harmed by this sword, and thinking quickly sees that, oh, I can the tree can be mended to force the sword out.
Yeah.
And in that way, hopefully if Silt drops the sword, and like I think that's what the Incarnate is kind of thinking, just get the sword out of this rock so that Silt can let go of it or whatever, but then, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I think doing this just gives both of you the ravening call fallout.
Okay, I'm into that.
Yeah, you're good with that. I don't want to just. I know that's kind of cheesing the rules a little bit because you're supposed to roll for this stuff, but I think it just fits so narratively. Like, it's this ancient warrior has a grudge on both of you now.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna drop the text for the ravening call in text to speech, just so y'all can copy and paste that nice and easy. I mean, the formatting's busted to hell, but um, note that it's linked. I want this to be linked with both of you. If it upgrades for one, it upgrades for the other.
Okay.
All right. Parentheses linked with the penitent incarnate.
Yeah, you guys are messing with some ancient and powerful magics that shouldn't be messed with. But yeah, so what so it just looks like how you've described it. What do? You place your hand on the petrified tree or whatever?
Yeah. Mend it, and then it probably just like, as the sword exits, it just probably explodes, throwing us back.
Yeah, I think yeah, the it just yeah, you're thrown back.
Oh,
Silt, do you
I am physically hold on, is there a limit to how much protection you can have in this game?
I don't think so.
Because the character sheet's not letting me go above 5.
Maybe 5 is the limit.
How do where would I guess, hold on. To the fucking Alice.
So Plavici, are you feeling left out? What kind of fucked up ancient magics do you need to get up? Do you need to start messing with? Yeah, I think it goes up to 5. 5 protection is the max.
Where do you see it say that? Because in the resistance protection blurb on page 75 of the book, it just says equipment and abilities can confer resistance protection. When you mark stress to a resistance, reduce the total taken by the value. Protection can completely negate stress loss. In this case, do not roll for Fallout, as no stress has been added to the character's Fallout.
Oh.
Results can render.
In the character sheet at the bottom of at the way bottom of the book, it said it only gives you 5 boxes for protection, but maybe they just didn't think anybody would somehow manage to have 6 distinct Fallouts.
To be fair, I only actually have 4 Fallouts. Or
Okay.
5 Fallouts. I just have other ways of getting blood protection.
Also, you can now you are going to have to roll 2d4 at the end of every scenario or situation, because you only have 6 blood protection and you can roll 7 or 8
On what?
Because of bleeding and lacerations. Mark D4 stress to blood, and then lacerations.
Yeah.
When you take blood stress, take an extra D4 as the cracks split and burst.
God damn it!
Well,
Yeah.
Are they technically a D4 and then a D4?
Well, it's a D4 plus a D4.
I guess, are they separate? Is it a separate roll, or do they combined?
No. It's when you take blood stress, take an extra D4. They are combined.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well,
so yep, I do have to start actually paying attention to this.
yeah, what's Pluvici? What do you have the GIF on hand though? I think we kind of flipped from your. Yeah, and then boom, the wood, the petrified log or the petrified stump heals, and Penitent and Garnadine and Silt are knocked back. The Penitent and the Silt far worse for wear, and both of them hearing a blade sharpening on a whetstone fading from the back of their mind. But Silt, you hear explicitly, our fight is not complete. Yeah, as this upgrades, as this gets worse and worse, you just turn into the the final Fallout in this tree is the Ravening, where it says the Ravening beast explodes from your body, and I think that y'all just sort of become the ancient warrior in some fucked up way. We'll cross that bridge if we get to it.
I think instead of the howl, what if it's the sound of a blade on a whetstone or
that's just exactly what I was trying to narrate. I love it's just this shh, 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 the unmistakable sound of a sharpening blade.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. Not at all messed up.
I assumed they got knocked on their asses.
Yeah, they're knocked. The crowd is yeah.
Holy fuck. Ow.
Yeah, so I think what you didn't even get the chance to answer the question, do you yield, when your consciousness just gets just ripped back to your body and you're flying a few feet back, and do you hold on to the sword, or does it clatter to the ground?
Oh no, this shit did my fucking sword.
Well, yeah, you have you can add Zvolf to your equipment. I mean, you're like walking around with like over encumbered to hell at this point, kind of.
Yeah, we need to get to do some trading. Would you go ahead and
Yeah.
mark both off the resources to find
Yep.
Tori from the handout?
Yeah.
Wolf,
Kill, tiring,
Uh,
dangerous.
kill, tiring, dangerous. Fun fact, this sword also hurts me. Yay.
More blood stress. Woohoo!
Dangerous is if I roll max max stress on its die, I take a d6 blood stress. All right, I'm turning all my normals, turning all my stuff back to their normal numbers.
Yeah, so okay.
That's technically the end of that situation, yes?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I
So roll 2d4.
2d4. Also, if you hover over a protection box, it does say assign a value no higher than 5. So I think protection does stop at 5. I'm just not sure where it says that in the book besides on the character sheet.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I can't find that
I
anywhere.
take 1 blood protection, 1 blood
Oh,
stress.
You know, this is because the character sheet is laid out in a specific way. Look at this. The character sheet has game rules built in by its formatting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh.
1, 2,
So there's only 5
4,
boxes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So there's only 5 boxes for protection on the character sheet.
Now, do you roll Fallout now that you take that?
I guess because I took stress.
Yeah.
You took. Well, no, you
What?
only take. You didn't take. You have. Oh, you have 5 protection, right?
Yeah.
So you took 1 stress, then you roll for Fallout. Yeah.
Boop. Give me
Minor.
another minor fallout.
Oh, dog, you are in
Or-
rough
Or just an idea, you could instead just upgrade bleeding to the worst version of bleeding.
Yeah, I was thinking to upgrade one because you got a lot.
Because there is
Yeah, it's a good
arterial wound as
upgrade that to arterial wound, dog.
Jesus, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, so instead of taking a D4 blood, it's now a D6 blood plus a D4 blood from lacerations. Arterial wound. Major. Mark D6 blood stress at the end of each situation. Silt's like on the ground, sword clutched to her fucking chest, looks over at the mayor, looks over at Incarnity and at the penitent Incarnity, looks over at Pluvici and says, I'd like to go see the doctor now. I'm pretty sure.
The rest of the crowd is like silent, stunned at what the fuck just happened.
Like,
I think that Silt, you are somebody's like, whoa, it's Silt the sword bearer. Let's come up with some stupid title that people start calling Silt by. And yeah. I gotta wrap up in like 10 minutes or so. I think the baby's starting to get fussy again. But Adrian just said to not worry about it quite yet. But let's do some let's give Pluvici a little screen time at the doctor, I guess. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Em? I feel bad this session kind of got away from us with Gwen and this unexpected combat. I hope it's been interesting. I did not expect this to happen. So yeah. I think the mayor. We still have to deal with that immediate ongoing fallout from the mayor being pissed off at you. So I think the mayor follows you. Dvorak is like, yes, I believe you two do need some medical attention, but Silt and I have unfinished business. Um, so I expect us to finish it when you are when you are done.
Silt bleeds.
um, so Pluvici, you want to talk to Glorious Bonaparte while about the butcher stuff? Silt is like staggering with you over your shoulders, like like. Oh yeah, that's probably for the best. Yeah. You do excellent. That's good to know. Oh my god, what is go?
Both of
Please,
them just like haggard.
what was that? Who's haggard?
Just both of them.
Yeah. You two, please, lie down. Pluvici, please wait a moment. Let me at least get stable. I must stabilize them first, please. We can do our business in a moment. Um, and yeah, I think you guys are just like sat in some like medical type chair, bed, whatever, like quickly like bandaged up, gauze, whatnot. What in the hell's happened? Mayor, what are you doing here? Drorak, can I? Do you need me? Do you need my services too? And it's like, no, just attend to them. I have business with Silt. And like, Drorak just sits down, starts reading a magazine, a little book, like in the waiting room. She fucked my wife. All right, is that healing the penitent and Garnanine all the way up?
Yeah, so the D6 will downgrade the critical or the major, and the 2D4 should cover the minors.
Okay. I think Glorious will throw in a free heal for you for doing this.
I think you do need to get rid of the guts, though, right?
Yeah, you have to you have to trade in the entrails, like, but in addition to getting a potion or whatever. So what are you? Yeah.
I guess I'll give this guy my camping kit and my butcher antlers, which is just enough to clear arterial wound all the way away.
Probably good.
Because it's a D8 and a D6 item.
Yeah, I think. Okay. These are quite not quite what I would usually upgrade for, but I suppose this will do.
Literally all I have. It's
The butcher's antlers are interesting. That I those would grind down to a fine powder, I suppose. I'm sure they have some alchemical properties. But the camping kit, I'm not an outdoorsy type.
Wait, hold on. Do you
You know,
want his? Do you want his hand? I'm pretty sure his wolf is better.
Sure.
I mean, if I could keep my camping kit and give him the hand. I mean,
Well, why don't you?
The Nightmare Claws are a D12 item.
Yeah, I guess you could only give one hand and make that a D6. Oh gods, no. No, gods no. There's a very easy alchemical process to nullify those effects. And once you've done that, it makes for the entrails make for quite good for suturing. Well, I mean, you shouldn't ask how the sausage is made, my friend.
Just looks at the bees coming out of Kluvici's, like everything, like, all right.
Yeah.
It's the exact same energy of this bit from Harvey Birdman.
Yeah, exactly. No,
From the
totally.
far-off year of 2002.
Yeah, so okay, yeah, why don't you downgrade if you want to give one away so you're not like trading like you can downgrade the Nightmare Claws to a D6 kill tiring weird and or I guess a D8. Yeah, let's do a D8. Just so you're not like
I'll keep my camping supplies.
overspending. Cool.
Well, okay, hold on. So that's downgrading 2 steps. Would that mean I only need to sell the Nightmare Claws to get rid of Arterial Wound? Or would it still be Nightmare Claws and the antlers?
I think and the antlers.
I think generally it's even if you trade something that's, well, this is for stress. Clearing stress, even if you trade a better resource,
I'm not clear. I don't have any stress.
They can do, but this is different. I think.
I think you would need to trade 2 separate items. I tell you what, you could trade all of the Nightmare Claws and no antlers, or or antlers and downgrade the Nightmare Claws.
I'll downgrade the Nightmare Claws and trade the antlers because I don't think I'm going to do anything else with the antlers.
Yeah, probably not. So yeah, okay, you can get rid of Arterial Wound. Half rations you can probably get rid of if you just
Why do I call these camping supplies? These are traveler's supplies.
Yeah. Technically those belong to the what's it called? The researchers. So you'll still have to next week we'll have to address that. Cuz I got to get going shortly. So I think let's call it unless anybody has any
trade them then.
I think unless anybody has any last minute things here, I think let's kind of call it camera kind of fades over the crew getting some healing, the mayor needing to have a fucking word with Silt to once she wakes up from
I suddenly think that I might be able to resolve the debt that Silt owes the mayor and maybe convert the mayor to the Order's cause. That might be an important NPC. That could be fun.
That could be fun. Hey, I'm sorry that Silt fucked your wife. Have you considered worshiping my god?
Listen, incarnate can make things right. Um,
What did I do that for? Anyways, beats. Let's chat beats. Pluvici. You, I don't think met either of those. Silt.
So we have established now that Silt has in the past
no,
no,
fucked crazy.
Um. No, I think it needs to be like a new thing.
Okay.
I do think that I do think that calling repairing the wood would meet that minor beat, Jay. Though.
is that something someone needs?
Well, I mean, I guess you didn't repair the sword, but you repaired something to get the sword.
I think it's a little tenuous. I will not, even being a fan of the character. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a little tenuous. I think that kind of doesn't go against that goes against the spirit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If
It
you
didn't
repaired the
immediately
sword, it'd be a different thing.
it didn't immediately explode. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't think make do should fulfill that beat because it
nah.
only works once. Unless, that's all it needed to do was work once.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm sorry that this week kind of wound up being a little weird, a little different than we thought it would, but I had fun.
That's all good.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Thank you for running game, Tori.
Yeah. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Let's play next week. I'll talk to you then. Bye.
Bye bye.
I